So I'm back to catch you guys up on like what I've been up to, what all happened, and hopefully I can get this done in under like 10 minutes. So let's just get it rolling. So I'm out here in this beautiful day. It just rained. Actually, I was out here when it was thundering. Now that I think about it, it might have been bad, but like I don't know. I should have kept it because there was like thunder in the background. But it stopped raining. So, anyways, so to update you guys on my journey. So basically, I want to try to do something different, and I want to do like I kind of want to do something different. So I want this channel to be dedicated and based on my transformation, me self recovering from my mental health, and with God, I know that I can do it, and I want to use this platform or my videos to like, cause I always wonder, like what makes me so different from everyone else that makes it that, and they don't even serve God, or for people who don't even believe in God and they make it, and they work hard, and I have those attributes, and I have those qualities, and I have the desire, and I'm like, I'm tired of like how long am I gonna allow my depression and my anxiety and whatever else the doctors diagnosed me with going to control my life, like going to consume my life? Like, how long am I gonna allow my mental health keep me in this mental cage? Like, when I have the choice to have freedom, and Jesus didn't die so we could be in bondage, and that's the enemy. And so I want to speak truth in all my videos, and I want to like move forward, and I want to show people the only way to move forward and to get strong is your spirituality. Like, people in the world, they say it's mental strength, it's physical strength, but before all that, you have to have some type of spiritual strength. And I'm not just talking about how the world paints spirituality. No, like, don't get it confused. There's one God, and there's only God is the spiritual, is the only spiritual connection that you should be having. So in my videos, I just want to dedicate this channel to my self recovery and how I did it, and then how you can get over these mental roadblocks and depression and anxiety and what it really could be, and stuff like that. So just to update you guys on what's been going on. I'm not out of the blue yet. I'm not out of the woods. I'm still looking for a job. I'm still unemployed, and but luckily I got my income tax, so that's helping me out a little bit. But let's get the show rolling. So in my previous video, I posted that I will be going homeless, and I broke down tears and crying. And in that time, I was going through a lot of mental illnesses. Like, it was pretty much controlling my life, like just putting like chains on everything, and I couldn't get out of this like deep thought cycle. Like, I couldn't stop being depressed and everything, and so I lost everything: in my apartment, my car, way back, but my cat. I love my cat. I miss him so much. I pretty much lost everything, and my whole life is spiraling out of control, like chaos. And out of all of it, you think that I will be motivated to like get my life together, but like, I had no energy, I had no motivation, I had no desire. I just wanted to delete myself, and that's not the way to live. And it was just such a struggle. I still have depression, like, but I'm determined, and I didn't have determination until I started praying to God. And so basically, I lost everything, and I didn't have nothing. I had nothing in my name. I felt like a loser. I felt so bad, and I didn't think I would have any place to go. And all the shelters was full, and I didn't qualify for any assistance, or they were full. So I had nothing. And by the grace of God, luckily my friend's mom allowed me to, back in April, I was able to move back in, but I was only supposed to be there for a month. And even at the end of April, like, I still didn't have nowhere to go. Like, I went to the homeless shelters, and they were completely full. And the lady up front, she was rude, and it made me feel so much worse about myself. And I was in a deep, dark place. a deep dark place. Like I couldn't get out of my anxiety. I couldn't break free from my anxiety. Like I was so anxious about everything, like every little thing. And I want to say not too long ago, but a year ago, I want to say, um, well, that's a different video, but my mental health took a toll, but in a different direction. Like it took a different turn. So I never dealt with this before, with this situation. But I started hearing voices, but in the shape of, but in the shape of thoughts. Like I would hear thoughts, but in the sound of voices in my head. And I don't know if it's speaking. I don't know. And I've been trying to fight that, overcome that. But like if you think about it, like there's this girl on YouTube, and she reminds me so much of myself, and I wish I can help her. And I know the only way I can help her is just being an example of like what God can do in your life when you include God. And the doctors, like the diagnosis with borderline personality disorder, major depression, major clinical depression, like bipolar. Did I say that? Yeah, no. Borderline personality disorder, depression, borderline personality disorder. Oh yeah, no, bipolar, depression, major depression, borderline personality disorder. Keep repeating myself. And I have anxiety, but I wasn't diagnosed with that. But everybody, like everyone has anxiety these days. It seems like, and ADHD, and I think that's all. But then like the whole voices thing. So like I have a whole list of things that I'm working to overcome. And you know what I'm not gonna do, what I'm tired of? I'm tired of my mental disabilities defining me or restricting me, like keeping me in this, like I want to be free, and I haven't felt free for so long. And I always question myself, like how much longer am I gonna let my depression control my life? Like I see these people, I see YouTubers, I see everybody like doing something, and I want to be productive so bad. And like my depression is like keeping me from being or it's either depression or anxiety. And a lot of times I'm anxious about every little thing. And I don't know if the anxiety is coming from like me constantly like the self-negative talk in my head, or like just constantly, like for a long time I've always struggled with hating myself and having negative thoughts towards myself. And like even making this video is hard because like I don't like seeing myself. Like I mean I do, but not like that, not in a vain way, but like I don't like seeing myself. Like it makes me nervous, but I know I have to overcome that. This is who I am. This is what I look like. I can't change it. And if I ever get plastic surgery, why would I get plastic surgery? Like in the back of my head, I'm gonna be hating myself because I can never look as good as I want to with plastic surgery. And even with plastic surgery, you look even worse. So it's like I have to accept myself for who I am, the way I am for a reason. Like I'm Shayla, and I get like, I don't know, I'm not used to being in the camera, but I have to overcome that to become the person that I need to be. And another thing is, it took me a long time to work my way up to like not wearing makeup, not wearing a lot of makeup. Like I do have a little like not even foundation, just a little, like, but I really don't need it. Like I just put a little eyeliner on and just a little bit, that's all I did. And then under my eyes, but I still look the same. But it took me a long time to get to this point. Like I was so negative about myself, I couldn't even leave the house without having a face full of makeup. Now my views about makeup has changed. It's like it's altered. Like I wouldn't, like sometimes I would wear makeup, but it's not like every single day. It's not like a must. Like it's one of my things I have to accept myself. And I don't know if it's God that's changing my thoughts on it, but and also I hear voices on it. So anyways, like I hear voices in my head that tells me like what I can and what not to do. And sometimes it can be annoying. Like some things I don't think is from God, but I'm not too sure, but I'm still trying to figure out. But anyways, to get back on track, so right now I'm not homeless, but when I thought I was gonna be homeless again, at the end of April, because, and here we are in May, coming up on the end of another month. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, time doesn't care if you're depressed or you're anxious. You just gotta get going. And I always question myself. And another thing I saw myself doing is you just gotta do it. You can't just keep thinking. Like, you just can't just keep thinking on it. Like, a lot of times I would catch myself overthinking over something so little, and it's so insignificant. It would take my whole day, and then I don't have any more energy for anything else, or it builds up so much anxiety that I don't do anything. And I'm tired of living my life that way. Like, why is everyone has battles, but you know what? I want to make a difference, and I want to serve God. Like, I even question myself, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, am I doing something? Because I'll be anxious about everything, but in the middle of everything, I'm like, I'm trying to, like, get closer to God, and I'm like actually like working on it and actually making the effort and the dedication. And I've stopped doing the major sins that I was doing in the past. And another thing I want to talk about is, like, I see 111 a lot, like that number everywhere. I don't know what it means, but like nothing big or significant has happened yet for me to be like, oh, okay. But I do see it a lot. A lot of people will be like, okay, well, it's on your mind, so you gonna subconsciously see it, like, because. But here's the thing, right? So you say that, right? But why is it every time I look onto my phone, like, I'm not even thinking about 111. I'm trying to just, like, I'm like, you know what, you're right. I'm thinking, like, it don't mean nothing. I click on I turn my phone on, I look at my phone, it's 111. Like, and it's been more than once since it happened. Here's another one. It's been lots of occasions, but okay, so like in the kitchen, in the stove, in the coffee maker, it was all the same time. They all had the same time. In my alarm clock. My alarm clock is behind an hour one. I never fixed it. So whenever I look at my phone, I'm like, haha, I didn't see 111. But then, like, I'll look at my alarm clock, and then it will be, I'll just automatically glance. I'm not even looking for it. I'll automatically glance, and it's 101. Or check this out. Like, I don't know how the microwave got, like, the time has changed on it, but it's always been the same time as the stove or the coffee maker, as far as I know. All of a sudden, I look at the stove, it's like 1:14 or whatever, and then I look at I glance over, or my eye crosses over on the microwave, and it's 101. But anyways, that's the. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that, but I just wanted to include that because I just saw it on my timer thing, because on the video. But back to what I was saying, like, and out of all this, I'm making a conscious effort, like a determined, dedicated effort to get closer to God. But I still, like, I don't feel as depressed, but I feel a lot of anxiety. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm not even majorly sinning. And it's like, I pray all the time, like, what I'm doing wrong. But, like, I think this is just something that, like, I'm determined to get through, and that's why I'm making this video, because, like, I'm always anxious and having so much anxiety about just doing, like, stuff, and it would be so hard for me to, like, even do the little things. And now I'm on here doing this video, and I recently got in contact with a YouTuber, and she reminds me a lot, like, of myself. Like, we have a lot in common, and we have, like, the same diagnoses, and that also motivate me, because I'm like in my room just all depressed, and I'm like, well, she can get up, and she's, you know, and she can do videos, and we struggle with the same thing. And I'll put her YouTube in my comments, so you guys can, like, but we have a lot in common. And another thing is, what was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yes, that I'm changing my channel for motivational videos, like, because I'm connecting with my spirituality. I know that I'm gonna get out of this depression, and I want to show everyone and grow, that they could see, like, the progress, that they could see that I'm changing, like, I'm getting better. So this is gonna be a mental health recovery, and I just want y'all to join this journey, and you're gonna see a lot more often of me, because this is not just me. This is gonna be from God giving me the energy and the strength to do this. And because every time I myself try to commit to something, for some reason I get too depressed or anxious, and I don't ever fall through. So yeah, stay tuned.